Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Metaphysical Report. My name is Lysander Xanthus. Today is December 13th, 2019. It's also Friday, so it is Friday the 13th. But it's also the holiday season, so I think we'll be all right. I'd like to welcome you all. Today I will be sharing with you the day's astrology, numerology, a crystal healing, affirmation, a card reading, and a inspirational reading of the day. I like to start each morning with a little energy clearing and blessing. So I will start that now. Mic a little bit so you can hear me. I send you blessing for your day ahead. I bless you, and I wish you peace of mind. I wish for your day ahead that you encounter success, good company, and good moments. I bless you so that you may find a little more love in yourself today, for yourself as well as others. Be blessed. Just a moment, you guys. I need to shut the door. Closing the door all the way. Hello again. I just want to check in. Great. Now I would like to share with you the astrology of the day. So, the sun is in Sagittarius, and what is being emphasized is our perspective, and the influence and opportunity here is to expand on our perspectives, to see beyond the way that we have seen things this year, to look further beyond our ideas of how things should be, how people should be, our ideas about relationships, family, home, career, etc. Just kind of like overall expanding on our personal point of view and philosophy. Mercury is also in Sagittarius, so it's all those same qualities, but really bringing them to conscious awareness. And when it comes to communicating with others, expressing ourselves, and the way that we think, that expansion is likewise to occur. We may also be feeling more adventurous or considering new possibilities we may not have before. Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, and Pluto are in Capricorn. So here they come to kind of offer an opportunity for growth, in that if we are feeling trapped or limited in our circumstances or relationships, it's asking us to mature in taking responsibility for how our choices have brought us to our current situation. And even though it can be unpleasant, it is empowering because it enables us to become the leaders of our own lives. And if we have gotten ourselves into a situation, we can get ourselves out. And the influence of Capricorn on these planets is that it is up to you and not to others or the situation to change. Thank you. I brought coffee. More specifically, this is concerning our romantic relationships, home life, family relationships, the structures we've built in our lives, our personal growth, and opportunities. Mars is in Scorpio, kind of giving us a push and initiative to act. Thank you. As it is connecting us very strongly and passionately to our true and authentic feelings, how we really feel about all these situations and relationships. Neptune is in Pisces, so there's a lot of intuitive knowledge arising to consciousness. So from an intuitive aspect, our real impressions about our lives and the people around us. And it's up to us how we'd like to integrate or use that information. Uranus is in retrograde in Taurus, so this is a time of reassessing our comfort zones and asking ourselves if we want to continue in the way that we have been, or if we would like to make some deep changes in ourselves, especially in our consciousness. The moon is in Cancer, and it is just leaving the full phase. So our attention is just at the beginning of maybe starting to turn within. The moon being in Cancer suggests that we may be feeling ourselves, our inner selves. We may be feeling a bit more emotional, sensitive, nurturing of others. We may have a need to take care of others or for us to be taken care of. We may be feeling very sensitive and possibly reactive emotionally. So if you find yourself feeling very emotional about things, just take a second moment to consider if perhaps you are being too sensitive, or if it's something that's really bothering you. Is a good opportunity to be in touch with your feelings more so. You may be having some emotional and interesting dreams, but otherwise there is also a need perhaps to be at home more or in a place of comfort. And that is the astrology of today. Just going to check the comments. Alright. Great. Good morning, everyone. Next is the numerology of the day. A bunch of books stacked on each other, so I need to move them. Today is a 4-day. A 4 vibration is solid, responsible, and seeks security. I'll read the entry for the 13th day and then give a few thoughts. The 13th is a 4-day, meaning that today's not a day to look for excitement. A 4-day can be rather routine. Be practical. Get all your chores done now. Read a good book. Balance your checkbook. If it is Friday the 13th, do not give any energy to the idea of having bad luck. It can be a day of learning a difficult lesson, but if you really learn that lesson, it will be well worth it. Well, thanks. 4 is a number of structure and stability, so kind of tending to the things that keep our lives going smoothly. Also, it is Friday the 13th, and I'm not an expert, but as far as I'm aware, the original Friday the 13th lore comes from a murder or massacre of the Knights Templar by, it was either the church itself or a monarch. I don't remember that well. You can Google it. But essentially, they had gained too much wealth, and either the monarch or the church wanted their money, and so they accused them of practicing witchcraft and had them all executed. So Friday the 13th became a day associated with betrayal and misfortune. As far as all the other associations, I'm not sure. I've never really heard about those stories. Historically, that's kind of where it comes from, and it has a lot of Christian associations. So, at least in my eyes, it doesn't really have any connection to bad luck in any substantial way. So enjoy your day. Oh, right. Sorry, I was like, I'm gonna have some coffee. Coffee is a pretty great beverage. Coffee has magical properties that are quite similar to its other literal properties of boosting energy, chasing away negativity, and focus. In just a moment, I am going to be sharing a crystal healing with you, and today's crystal is rutilated quartz, which I will be telling you about in just a moment. I really, really, really like rutilated quartz, but I don't see pieces that I want to take home with me all that often. But I have seen some truly beautiful specimens. So I have seen some that I really would have liked to have taken, but they were very expensive museum quality pieces. All right. Rutilated quartz can clear energy blockages from all of the chakras and attune one to their divine purpose. Rutilated quartz puts off an exceptionally high level of energy and is said to bring physical and mental balance and stability. Rutilated quartz also enhances self-reliance and helps with decision making. I have sensed from rutilated quartz that it does have a high energy and is a way of kind of like energizing you. You will experience its energy for yourself. So if you would like to participate in this healing, all you need to do is sit, breathe, relax, and allow yourself to receive the energy. So take a moment to get into a comfortable position. Draw your attention to your breath. Center your attention with yourself. Be here now, in the present moment. Take a moment to release tension and relax your forehead, your jaw, and your tongue. That may sound strange, but when we're tense, we can have a habit of like holding it to the roof of our mouth. So relax. Relax your shoulders. Relax all the little muscles like here and here. Be in touch with what it's like to be with you right now in this moment. Whether it's pleasant or unpleasant. I'll begin. is rutilated quartz. If you enjoyed the energy of that crystal, I suggest perhaps obtaining some for yourself. All right. Now, I would like to have you sit in the energy you've received. Next, we are going to move on to our affirmation for the day. Just check the comments. Thank you, Matthew, for sharing. And hello and welcome, everyone. On Periscope, someone asked, what's special about that stone? I did mention, but I will repeat it. So we just did a healing with rutilated quartz. It clears energy blockages, attunes one to their divine purpose, it emits a high level of energy, and brings physical and mental balance and stability. It enhances self-reliance and helps with decision making. I have found that it does put out a lot of energy. You can't see it in this piece so much because it is a raw piece of crystal, so it's not polished. But also the camera isn't the clearest in the world, but it is a clear quartz with these little lines all throughout it of usually a metal or some other mineral. So it's probably next to impossible to see it. Let me try something. It is such a lovely stone. I don't know if that helps. No, that is too bright. Sorry, I thought maybe that would help you see the relations, but no. I will just have to get a better camera eventually. Alright. So next is our affirmation for the day. So I am going to say this affirmation to you the first few times in first person and second person. And then we are going to say it together. I would really like it. I feel like it really helps if you're able to just focus on hearing the words at first and to kind of take in what they mean to you. I see myself as beautiful and lovable and appreciated. I am proud to be me. I see myself as beautiful and lovable and appreciated. I am proud to be me. You see yourself as beautiful and lovable and appreciated. You are proud to be you. You see yourself as beautiful and lovable and appreciated. You are proud to be you. Now, let's say it together 3 times. I see myself as beautiful and lovable and appreciated. I am proud to be me. I see myself as beautiful and lovable and appreciated. I am proud to be me. I see myself as beautiful and lovable and appreciated. I am proud to be me. I invite you to take this affirmation with you through your day. This affirmation comes from Heal Your Body by Louise Hay. It is one of the many spine affirmations. The spine relates to how we feel supported in life or don't. And there are many affirmations addressing the entirety of the spine, and they address different aspects of that issue. And as I feel most of us are dealing with that in one way or another, I thought it would be a very good affirmation list to go through with all of you. And that concludes our affirmation for today. Just checking in. On Periscope, we have some comments from that guy Jay. I have too many metaphysical enemies, but can't rid of the bad energy that produce bad situations. Well, if you would like to, I invite you to send a message to my inbox. I'm not sure if Periscope has one. In the description of the video, you can find the link to my Facebook page. That is the best way to get a hold of me, and perhaps I can help if you want the help. So, next is the tarot reading of the day. I do have some lovely incense burning next to me, so before I choose a deck, I'm going to send you a little Temple of India incense and bring it around your body and bless your energy over the head, across the shoulders, and around. And then rise up. So let's see. Sorry, not. So I have a selection of decks here that I could read from. So sometimes I do like to change it up. I'm going to see if my Chicola Tarot wants to talk to us today. The reading of the day is meant to give general guidance, advice, and insight into the day ahead for all of you. You may resonate with only parts of the reading or with all of it. So, over the last few days reading with this deck, a lot of the same themes have been coming up. So I will share the cards one at a time. They gave you 6 cards. So here we go. This first card is the 4 of Discs. This points to allowing material concerns to separate you from life's true joys. So sometimes we can become too preoccupied or worried about money, our material circumstances, survival, other aspects of our material lives. And either it's kind of making us feel trapped or stuck or like unhappy, but it's because of where our focus is. This card points to a delicate situation, precarious situation, and needing to make decisions that are ethically sound and just. This is the Justice card. So just being mindful of the consequences of your decisions. This card points to a situation that is oppressive. Being in an oppressive situation, and it is only going to become more oppressive and restrictive. Part of what makes it so difficult is feeling alone or like there's no help, and continuing to stick it out or keep going will only increase your confusion. So you'll become less certain, not more, the longer you persist. This card pertains to anger and grudges. It talks about situations needing to be set right, the idea of lashing out or meting out punishment, making sure that punishment fits the crime, and it warns to not hold grudges. This card can come across a lot of different ways depending on its context. Today, it is coming across as very punitive. I think it's suggesting that you are feeling an urge to make situations right, and you're kind of beating yourself into shape, as well as potentially lashing out and trying to set others right or a situation right. And there's kind of a sense of being cruel to oneself or futility in this act. This card describes a person, probably you, but potentially someone you know. This describes someone who is motivated by love and is a seer of the unseen. Maybe someone clairvoyant or psychic. Hold on a moment. Katniss. Go on. Go on. Go on. Oh, no, it's too hot.
Oh, I can turn that down.
No, it's okay. Can you just spray in the closet?
Yes. Go on.
Excuse me. Cat things. So I think it's saying that you're kind of struggling in a situation and trying to control it, and feeling kind of stuck and on a precipice of some sort. But it's pointing out that you are motivated by love, and that it is because you see something like a potential there that is not visible. And I think it's pointing out to be mindful of this aspect of yourself, even though it is a good thing about you, to perhaps be mindful of it and to be sure that it's being expressed in its place and not allowing it to let you be stuck where you are. And there's a sense for me of turning that love and vision of potential on yourself. The last card talks about getting back in touch with who it is you really are, seeing yourself, and most likely doing this by reflecting backward. Excuse me, it's very dry. It's very, very. Reconnecting to yourself by reflecting backwards, perhaps into one's childhood, into one's memories. There may be people around you that can help you reconnect with who you are, but I feel a strong sense of your own introspection in this case. And that doing this will kind of help you straighten yourself out again. Some comments. Clear. It's telling me to stop worrying about Christmas as half my home is in boxes ready to move soon. Can I identify to that too? Well, thank you for your thoughts. Taking a look at the other sites. All right. So I will set those cards away and see if I have anything else to say. I kind of feel like that's all they wanted to discuss today. I think that's all they wanted to say today. So I hope that that is helpful. Contemplating it. No, I think we'll leave the card reading at that today. So now we have come to our next segment. Today's reading comes from The Power Is Within You. We are reading through this book at the moment. Yesterday we ended the chapter, The Power of Your Spoken Word, and we are going to be beginning the chapter, Reprogramming Old Tapes. As in changing the way that we think and that we kind of react and respond to situations, people, and so on. Reading this book has been a lot of our discussion about how to manifest things you desire into your life, whether you're using law of attraction or magic. But it is also a kind of positive food for thought and an inspirational reading to start the day with, something to think about and mull over. So I will begin reading. I only read an excerpt each day. So if you'd like to continue to catch segments of this book, keep catching the Morning Report, or perhaps find a copy for yourself to enjoy. It is a book of which I'm fond. Reprogramming Old Tapes. Be willing to take the first step, no matter how small it is. Concentrate on the fact that you are willing to learn. Absolute miracles will happen. Affirmations do work. Now that we understand a little bit more about how powerful our thoughts and words are, we have to retrain our thinking and speaking into positive patterns if we are going to get beneficial results. Are you willing to change your self-talk into positive affirmations? Remember, every time you think a thought and every time you speak a word, you are saying an affirmation. An affirmation is a beginning point. It opens the way to change. In essence, you are saying to your subconscious mind, I am taking responsibility. I am aware there is something I can do to change. When I talk about doing affirmations, I mean to consciously choose sentences or words that will either help to eliminate something from your life or help to create something new in your life, and you do this in a positive way. If you say, I don't want to be sick anymore, the subconscious mind hears sick more. You have to tell it clearly what you do want. That is, say, I am feeling wonderfully well. I radiate good health. The subconscious mind is very straightforward. It has no strategy or designs. What it hears is what it does. If you say, I hate this car, it doesn't give you a wonderful new car because it doesn't know what you want. Even if you get a new car, you will probably hate it soon because that is what you've been saying about it. The subconscious only hears, hate this car. You need to clearly declare your desires in a positive way, as in, I have a beautiful new car that suits all my needs. If there's something in your life that you really dislike, I have found one of the quickest ways to release it is to bless it with love. I bless you with love, and I release you and let you go. This works for people, situations, objects, and living quarters. You could even try it on a habit you would like to be free of and see what happens. I had one man who said, I bless you with love and release you from my life to every cigarette he smoked. After a few days, his desire for smoking was considerably less, and in a few weeks, the habit was gone. You deserve good. Think for a moment. What is it you really want right now? What is it you want today in your life? Think about it and then say, I accept for myself blank. This is where I find that most of us get stuck. The bottom line is the belief that we don't deserve to have what we want. Our personal power lies in the way we perceive our deservability. Our not deserving comes from childhood messages. Again, we don't have to feel that we cannot change because of these messages. Oftentimes, people will come up to me and say, Louise, affirmations don't work. It really has nothing to do with the affirmations. It is the fact that we don't believe we deserve the good. The way to find out if you believe that you deserve something is to say an affirmation and notice the thoughts that come up as you say it. Then write them down, because when you see them on paper, they will be very clear to you. The only thing that keeps you from deserving or loving yourself or whatever is someone else's belief or opinion that you have accepted as truth. When we don't believe that we deserve good, we will knock the pinnings out from under ourselves, which we can do in a variety of ways. We can create chaos, we can lose things, we can hurt ourselves or have physical problems like falling or have accidents. We have to start believing that we deserve all the good that life has to offer. In order to reprogram the false or negative belief, what would the first thought that you would need to begin to create this new whatever in your life? What would be the building block or the foundation that you would need to stand on? What would be the sort of thing that you would need to know for yourself, to believe, to accept? Some good thoughts to start with would be, I am worthwhile. I am deserving. I love myself. I allow myself to be fulfilled. These concepts form the very basis of beliefs on which you can build. Do your affirmations on top of these building blocks to create what you want. I was going to stop. I'm going to read this last paragraph. Whenever I speak somewhere, somebody will come up at the end of the lecture or will write me a letter and tell me that he or she has had a healing take place while he or she was in the room. Sometimes it's very minor and sometimes it's quite dramatic. A woman came to me recently and told me that she had a lump in her breast and it literally disappeared during the lecture. She heard something and she decided to let something go. This is a good example of how powerful we are. When we are not ready to let something go, when we really want to hold on to something because it is serving us in some way, doesn't matter what we do, it probably won't work. However, when we are ready to let it go, as this woman was, it's amazing how the smallest circumstance can help us release it. If you still have a habit that you haven't released, ask yourself how it serves you. What do you get out of it? If you can't get an answer, ask in a different way. If I no longer had this habit, what would happen? Very often the answer is, my life would be better. It comes back to the fact that we believe we don't deserve a better life in some way. Alright. So, if anyone has comments or questions about what we read, I like when you guys participate. I feel as though it was pretty straightforward, so I'm not sure that I have too much to add today. These are things that I try to remember to practice for myself, and I have found them very helpful. So that is today's reading. Alright, we are going to be bringing the Morning Metaphysical Report to a close in a few minutes. However, I would like to open the floor to questions about anything that has come up during the morning report or just something on your mind. I would also like to state that my inbox is always open for anyone who needs advice or is seeking guidance on some matter. The best way to get a hold of me is through my Facebook business page, Lysander Xanthus. The link is in the description of this video. If you would like to learn more about me and what I do and kind of what's behind this report, visit patreon.com/freedomdreamcoaching. This stream can continue because of support from viewers like you. So there's no obligation, but if you would like to give a one-time contribution through the PayPal link in the description or through a monthly membership at Patreon, those links are there, and we'd love to have you join us. If you enjoyed this Morning Metaphysical Report, please like, follow, and subscribe to my page or channel so you can continue catching it. If you follow my Facebook page, you will also access all of the other content that I produce. Same thing for Patreon. If you follow the page, there's a lot of other content as well. Yes, such as free reading videos, moon rituals, discussions about various metaphysical subjects, and lots more. So I hope you will join me there. I would like to thank everyone for joining me today. And I hope you have a wonderful day ahead. Just, checking through the comments one last time. So, thank you again, and I hope to see you again later today and tomorrow morning. Be blessed, everyone.